I think my wife and I come first before everything.
Yeah.
Before, I'll take this a step further, not just your kids, but like in-laws, right? Like in-laws will be like, hey, this, and this. And I'll be like, we are a family now. They are family, but they are extended family. This is me and you, and we have to make all this work. And if we don't make it work, there's gonna be a lot of bad stuff that happens.
Right.
So we got to figure this out. And if that is just us being together without the kids, finding a sitter, going to dinner, getting our one-on-one time, getting our time to connect and make sure that we are good together, that's what we need right now. Oh, hey.
Oh, that feels loud.
It does feel louder. That's what I was saying.
It does feel louder. Did your diddling come in here and get it?
Oh, no.
She turned up the ones and twos.
Everything feels loud. Maybe it's just us getting old.
Darn kids. Turn it down. Or turn it up.
Turn it up some. What is that song? I don't know.
Toby Keith, right?
It is Toby Keith. Welcome to Who F'n Kneauxs podcast. Patty V, Dave Rainey, Aaron Poole. We're here for another episode. I don't know if we brought topics tonight. We promised 3 weeks ago that we were going to start coming a little more organized. I don't know how organized we're going to be tonight, but there are some things that have happened, some things that maybe we're going to celebrate, some things maybe we're just going to talk about. I don't know. How have things been? It's only been a week since we last got together, but one of us celebrated a birthday. Hey, I wish I had like a button that was like, woo,
Happy birthday.
I'm in that stage where birthdays just aren't exciting until it's now decade birthdays.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Hit
Like
that
40s,
point?
50s, 60s.
You're just looking forward to your 40s?
Yeah. 35, I can run for president. I guess that's
president.
I guess if that counts for something.
Yeah. How old are you now?
Tres, dos. 32.
The great
For our Spanish listeners.
Not you. That's not how you say that. But we could go back down that rabbit hole if you'd like. I'm way older than you. My birthday's next weekend, so I'll be celebrating next weekend. And Dave had something to celebrate too, I think, right?
No, I'm going to a national championship. That's why.
You're going to a national championship?
I don't have that kind of money.
Who needs the Disney trip? I think your family will understand.
It might be cheaper to go to Disney than one ticket.
Yeah.
The ticket prices are nuts, and they're probably only going up now because they say Indiana fans have been traveling pretty well. So I would assume quite pricey.
Yeah.
It's in that weird spot though, 'cause I was thinking about it for you. The further your team gets, the more heartbreak it gets. Like if you get bounced out early, like Oklahoma did, it's like it sucks, but it's over. The further along you get, it's like, man, you're right there. It just hurts even worse.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It'd be brutal.
I thought about it a lot too. Like when the Saints were consistently in the playoffs, like the first Super Bowl, I wanted to be with my people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But the second one, I was like, that'd be cool to go. Like if I could afford the ticket or whatever, I'd like to go. And then the more I thought about it, like it'd have to be in like a cool city that I could make like a little weekend trip out of, like a few day trip out of. Because if I go and they lose, I'm just gonna be pissed off. And it might ruin the city for me, to be honest. It's a risk. It's a risk that I don't know I'm willing to take.
Yeah.
But it's one thing if your team's already won one. And it's kind of like it hurts, but it's like at least we have one already. I'm like, I don't know.
I don't think I'd want to go. I think I'd rather be home, be with my people, just like you said.
Yeah. But it's tough. Not with the Saints. Yeah. But like you've experienced this, I'm sure, as a Steelers fan. Being a fan of an out-of-state school is tough because you don't have anybody to. Like I celebrated alone at my house last night. Like nobody gives a shit. That it felt that way when Vegas won the championship. I'm just like I was alone drinking at my house, like taking shots by myself.
That's how I felt when the Florida Panthers won last year, and the year before.
Yeah, but I was like, I don't know. I texted Jay, who I've never met in my life, like, "Hey, hell yeah, hell yeah, brother."
Go Canes.
Like,
to be fair, he was probably like he lives in New York.
Yeah,
like, he's probably like, yeah.
It's just like, I mean, and it's similar to like the Steelers. It's a brand that has fans everywhere, but I don't know anybody. Like my uncle is like a somewhat of a Miami fan, but it's not like his favorite school or anything. But I mean, he's not at my house hanging out with me. So it's just like,
yeah, I never really thought of it like that. That makes a ton of sense. Like if I was a fan of a team that was out of state, I would probably rather just go wherever they are.
Yeah.
And then you'll end up celebrating. Even if you don't go to the game,
Go to a bar.
there's going to be a bar or something where people are celebrating.
I think that'd be the more fun thing to do, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it
depends on the price. Like that's I've always looked at it. It would be fun to go, but it's a lose-lose situation because it's like either you pay all this money, your team wins, and you're like, yeah, I won, but like, shit, I won a lot of money. Or your team loses, and you're like, damn, we lost, and I'm out a lot of money.
I mean,
if you have the money,
but also like I feel like nowadays there's always gonna be like real fans right at the championship games, but the tickets have gotten so outrageous. I feel like the diehard fans are at like a dive bar somewhere and watching the game. But like, of course, there's some that get tickets. Some like they'll spend their last dollar to go see the team, right? But like, I feel like you could find a bar and have a hell of a lot better experience. It's like, what if you buy tickets and you buy like the company tickets? You know what I mean? Like you're with all the people that just got tickets given to them and they're just there for whatever reason, like just for fun, and they don't give a shit about the game. If I spend the money to go to the game and I get put with like the 100 level fans that are like sit down, like there's no way. I'd throw a fit. I'd be like, you could all go to hell.
That'd be funny. That would be terrible. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because those games, those sporting events in general, I feel like it is a lot of times people that don't even care about the teams. Like, yeah, there's going to be fans there, but Super Bowl, national
Super Bowl is
championship,
the worst. It's so corporate, like just so much corporate people there that are just there to just say, hey, I went to the Super Bowl and not even really giving a rat's ass.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that can afford it. You know?
I mean, you don't even have to like I'm sure you've seen it at Saints games. If you sit, I'll die on the hill that's sitting in the 600s for the Saints games and maybe even the middle, whatever that middle,
300.
Yeah, like that's probably okay too. But those experiences are so much better than sitting in the 100 levels for the Saints, because it's like the real fans. And I hate saying it that way because it's not like a blanket statement, right? Because they do have like Whistle Monster and stuff down there.
There's a ton of fans at the bottom that were great, but I get what you're saying. The per
pockets.
capita, if we want to like go by like section and like who's going to be more rowdy, like the upper deck is
that's the way to put it. I feel like you're gonna have like real fans is bad. Like the more rowdy crew is definitely at the top, and the better experience is going to be in the upper
some
level.
Some of those like 300 level, club level, 100 level, some of them have like they paid a lot of money for their tickets, maybe their business seats they got from like their work, and they're just there, to have fun, but like
And also with this championship game specifically, it'd be tough because yes, it's a home game for Miami, but like Indiana's going to have the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
People don't realize how small of a school like Miami is. Like there's a reason like they struggle to fill up their NFL stadium every week because it's one of the smallest. It's a private school. Most of the fans didn't go there. So it's like, it's not a huge, like they keep getting clowned because they've had every team they've played in the playoffs so far has had the home, like the crowd advantage. It's like, it's no way we're going to produce these other schools unless it's like USC, who is also in a similar situation.
Which is crazy because those are two massive brands. You would think that they would compare to like the Cowboys, the Steelers, those types of NFL teams where they have like big out of state fans.
But it's Miami's an expensive place to travel to too, though.
Yeah.
Like, and I assume so is LA.
Yeah.
Like we've been to Miami a couple times and it's not a cheap trip. So, I mean, if you drive, it is what it is, but everything there is just expensive.
Yeah.
So like, I don't think anybody's really trying to travel
to Miami. Yeah.
Like that.
What else we got?
I don't know.
I felt like that ran its course. That was my way of saying, all right, let's get out of this like traveling to Miami thing.
I don't know. Go ahead. No, you go.
You go.
And scene.
I don't know what I have. I was just thinking.
Okay, well, while you look it up, I'll throw something out there. Since we were talking college football, it's not really college football, but it is college football adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that Lane Kiffin probably doesn't know how to grocery shop?
No.
So he went to, I think it was Whole Foods. And he definitely offends the Whole Foods. He didn't like that they were going to make him pay for the bags. So he took the basket home, like the handheld basket. And there's the video of it online. He gets home and his family's like, why do you have this basket? And he's like, they wanted me to pay for the bag. So I took the basket. And it made me think, and I do have a follow-up story, not story, but just another opinion of groceries. after this, but I just wanted your thoughts on that. Do you think how many times, because Lane Kiffin comes from money because of Monty Kiffin. So how many times in his life do you think Lane Kiffin has gone like grocery shopping? Do you think that was literally him being like, I don't want to pay for bags, and he just doesn't know that he's not supposed to take that basket home? Or is he being Lane Kiffin and just being an ass? And he's like, well, I'm taking this basket home.
I think he's probably just being an ass, being honest.
Yeah, he's just being. They had it was a clip floating around last month. It was Bobby Flay on the cooking show where you have to outcook Bobby Flay, and they're just clowning on him because they're like, you don't even grocery shop. They're like, you don't even know what the prices are, and they're like, he's like, yeah, I do. I grocery shop all the time. They're like, how much is a gallon of milk? And he's like, $2.10, and they're like, you don't grocery shop at all. So just like these people, some of them are so out of touch like that. But I feel like Lane Kiffin, he's just living out there in Oxford. There ain't nothing to do but go to school and go grocery shopping.
I bet he was not grocery shopping. I'll be honest. I don't think he's grocery shopping as much as like the normal person. He's probably just hanging out. He's probably at the stadium, at his office, at home, at restaurants. He probably doesn't even cook at home.
Doing hot yoga.
I was gonna say there's a yoga studio. His yoga studio is next to the Whole Foods, and he just goes in there.
He's probably eating at the Whole Foods food court. He's probably not even buying. Like
that's probably true. But my follow up to that, because it made me think of this. Aldi is a joke of a grocery store. And I know we've briefly talked about this when this one opened. What a joke of a store. So the other night, I needed just like a few things. Was not worth driving all the way over the bridge to Rouse's, because now usually it'd just be like, all right, I'm running down the street to Winn-Dixie. Now it's an Aldi. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'm going to Aldi. I pull up. I get halfway into the store and I'm like, fuck, I need a quarter. So I had to go back to my car, dig for a quarter. I got the quarter. Get halfway in, I'm like, shit, I need a bag because I also don't want to pay for bags. So I had to go back to the car again. And at that point, I was like, is this worth it? Like, is this really worth going in this store? Like, who do they think they are? You have 4 aisles. That's it. And it's never full. Supposedly they restock on Wednesdays. I ain't seen the proof of it. You go in there, I needed milk. They had one type of milk. Just one. Like my kids need 1% milk. They don't have it. So I just got to get whatever, and that's what they're drinking, I guess. I think it's all a scam anyway. But anyway, it's a different conversation.
Okay.
I was just about to say, that was one thing I was going to talk about was the new food pyramids coming out.
I was going to say, I bought them 2%. I don't think the difference there is huge. My wife would tell you otherwise, but I don't think so.
Sure.
But anyway.
If you're drinking milk.
Yeah. I'm
cares?
like.
99% the bomb doesn't go up. 100% the bomb goes off.
But I'm like, there's only 4 aisles, and it's never been harder for me to find what I need. It doesn't make any sense. Maybe it's just because I don't go to Aldi, but like, you can't be like that. You cannot have such little to offer and have so many requirements for me to come to your store. I will say, shout out to the people that just leave their quarters in the baskets for the ones that don't feel like getting it, which I did. I'm like, I'm not taking this quarter back.
Do the keys still work? People used to shove keys in them.
Yeah, like 3D print coins.
I was going to do it because it's one of the like recommended things all the time. The little 3D print app I have has like 30-day trending things. And that's always one of them. It's an Aldi shop key. And I've kind of wanted to do it.
How cheap are we?
What a world.
Well, it's not, for me, it's not even, I do not have a quarter on me. You're lucky if I have $1 on me.
And you think you're going to remember to bring your magic trick?
It goes on the keychain. It goes on your keys.
Well, then as often as you shop at Aldi.
I'm not shopping at Aldi. Like, it was literally a last minute thing. I would have done better probably going to CVS or Walgreens.
Yeah, for milk.
I needed, it was like 5 or 6 things I needed.
Yeah, I don't buy milk, so I don't.
Now, like,
it lost me.
Next time I'm just going over the bridge and I'm going to Rouse's, I guess, because I'm not going in Aldi again.
Do you eat cereal?
I do eat cereal.
I keep thinking, I do eat. It just threw me off. You said you don't buy milk.
I don't buy milk. We don't. This is not a
drink it with water.
We don't often milk. We eat dry cereal. Like dead serious. We like throw it in a cup and like snack on it.
Barbarians.
My kids too, but they also enjoy a bowl of real cereal.
We just don't do milk. Like none of us. My wife doesn't like milk. I don't like milk, and my daughter, because we don't like milk, I guess she doesn't really care for milk.
To be fair, I don't drink like glasses of milk. Every now and then I'll have like a glass of chocolate milk, but like regular white milk, I only have it with cereal and like I don't drink it afterwards.
Yeah. Well, and that's another reason why I don't buy milk, because even if say we're going to use it for something, it's going to go bad.
Yeah.
Like we'll take this much and then it's going to sit in there and it's going to go bad. It's like $5 a gallon. I don't know how much it is. I mean, it ain't $2.10.
I use it. My kids eat a lot of cereal and they use the milk. So that's really where it goes. But like me, if I had to buy even like a half gallon milk, it would go bad every time. Cause I don't eat bowls of cereal that often, maybe like once a week. And then I use it in coffee, and it's just like it's a splash.
Yeah,
there's no way I'd use it.
Only time I drink milk, honestly.
Yeah. And you make fresh baked chocolate chip cookies?
I do.
And you just
make them from scratch?
No, I don't. But he's asking like, am I eating fresh cookies?
Okay, all right.
Okay, I see. Chocolate chip cookies from scratch.
But I thought you were asking, does he use the milk to make the cookies? Okay, I see what you're saying now. Because I was like, what?
What do you put out for Santa?
We put out hot chocolate this year. She didn't want to do milk.
Trying to give Santa a tummy ache.
We did buy milk, to be fair, for Santa.
Yeah.
And we had made hot chocolate, and Dylan was like, why don't we just leave him hot chocolate? And I was like, okay.
You don't think Santa's going to get us tummy ache from all the milk? Like,
first of all, we don't know what time Santa's coming. Yeah. We leave milk out at 9 p.m. What if he shows up at 3 a.m.? Okay. That milk's not good anymore. We probably should be drinking.
But then it's not hot chocolate anymore.
I don't make the rules. Okay.
Just say it.
I don't make the rules.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just coffee and whatever.
For me, it's not even it's just like a latte. Like if I go somewhere, I'll get latte, and they'll be like, "Oh, what kind of milk?" And I'll be like, "If you're making a latte, there's only one kind of milk that goes in it." I'm gonna be honest with you. We ain't doing oat milk. We ain't doing almond milk. It's whole milk because I want my little frothy foam. Otherwise, I'm not doing a latte.
And we don't have to stay on this, but you know what else kills me to buy? Like if I want to make a pasta like at home and I need like heavy cream, and it's like I gotta buy even the small thing of it. I'm like, this is such a waste.
Never gonna use it.
like it always goes to waste. That's when I make like cold foam at home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, I have heavy cream. I need to use it. So
I'll do
like
rich cold foam too with the heavy cream.
I'll do like it's like that's what I use to make like the Starbucks like sweet cream cold foam. It's like cold foam, like a little bit of milk, and I think it's they use like maple syrup, a little bit of maple syrup. And that's like the only time I do it because I'm like, I need to use this because it's gonna go bad. Because it's like you buy that thing and like for pasta you don't need that much. It's just enough to thicken up the sauce. Like if you're making an Alfredo or something. I'm like, there's so many things I buy. Like the list of things I buy that I use once, but I just can't buy one use of it is got to be a mile long.
I don't think I've ever went through an entire bottle of any condiment in my entire fridge.
Oh no,
like mustard, ketchup, honey mustard, any sauces.
The standard ones, I definitely do. Well, honestly, like ketchup and like barbecue sauce and maybe like some Chick-fil-A sauce or something. But I like the big Kinder's guy. So if I see a new sauce, I buy it. But it's the whole thing, and then I never use it.
What's your favorite Kinder sauce right now?
Ooh, I really like the. Is it the Baja Taco Baby? Is one of my favorite ones, or just their garlic parmesan.
Mm-hmm.
And then like that's probably my favorite one. I did buy that little sample pack of the seasonings.
Yeah,
that's what I'm a sucker for too. My whole pantry is full of their seasoning,
dude. Yeah, the Kinder's smoked garlic seasoning, Worcestershire sauce, and that on some ground meat. Worcestershire. That's a burger.
Good burger.
That's it. Yep. That's a burger. You don't need nothing else. You don't need salt.
But see, they also like they have so many that are good on. Like I eat chicken a ton, right? And my buddy I work with, he's like, I don't understand how you can do it. I'm like, dude, I buy these Kinder's things. And I'm just throwing whatever seasoning I got, and we're gonna see how it comes out.
I used to have this kickin' chicken seasoning. I think it was Kinder's that I bought from Sam's a long time ago, and I used to tear that up on chicken, just grilled chicken and put the chicken seasoning.
They have like a burger blend. They have the steak blend, and like I just bought the bourbon steak one that I need to try and see how that comes out.
I don't know if it's Kinder's. I thought it was. That's why I asked. But there's a barbecue sauce that I buy that's it's like cherry chipotle.
I think it is, and
it's so good. And it's like 30. It's like low calorie too. Not like intentionally, but the ingredients it's made with are like clean, and it's relatively low calorie, and it's phenomenal. It's so good.
What's the one with the black guy in the cowboy hat? He's got
Stubbs.
Yeah, I've heard good things. I haven't tried any of them, but he's got 25 different barbecue sauces in the.
Those are good. I'm such a freak talking about the food pyramid, and we could transition into that if you want. I'm such a freak when I buy things because even things like condiments, I'll turn them over and I'll look at the ingredients on them. And like Stubbs barbecue sauce in general is not the best.
Yeah.
But Stubbs is a little cleaner. Kinder's is, depending on the Kinder's, is a little cleaner.
Yeah.
Just less sugar normally in some of those things, or like real ingredients as opposed to, some like you buy like if you're buying what's the one that everybody was using forever? The barbecue
KC.
sauce. KC for sure.
Master.
There was another one. There was another one. I forget. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Sweet Baby Ray's. Sweet Baby Ray's. Big one. It's delicious. Terrible.
Yeah.
If you turn that thing over, it's got so much bad stuff in it.
Put them in some mini weenies though.
Telling you. But yeah, so I'm a freak about that stuff.
My buddy says use the Kinder's. He's done the buttery steakhouse and the blend separately on popcorn. He said it's a game changer. I believe it.
I could see that.
I believe it.
My head with the barbecue sauce, and I was like, barbecue sauce on popcorn. I was like, that's
No, Kinder's has so many of those flavors for whatever. Yeah. But anyways, so food is actually something I wanted to talk about. And it wasn't necessarily the pyramid. We can get into that if you want to. I think it's, I'll just talk about it. I'll bring it up. But I also want to talk about, it was your birthday last week. I think you said you guys went to dinner or something.
Mm-hmm.
My birthday's coming up. We're going to go to dinner. I'm curious. We'll talk about restaurants and stuff like that. But first, let's talk about the food pyramid. So I don't know if you guys have thoughts about it. If you care, if not, we can run through it.
Enlighten me.
So we basically flipped the food pyramid. We released all these new things. We changed the vaccine schedule. A lot of things the government changed over the last 2 weeks. They changed our food pyramid.
I got double vaxxed up the other day.
Well, you might not have needed it. I don't know.
I was at the doctor. They were like, "You want this and this?" I'm like, "Yeah, whatever."
Sure. Well, as of like a couple days
I
ago,
don't care.
they changed the vax schedule and the food pyramid. And I forget exactly what the food pyramid is now, but it follows what I have followed for the last 7-8 years of my life, where basically instead of in the past, the most important things were like your grains and your carbs and things like that. Now they basically say your proteins and, whole foods and things like it's kind of in reverse.
Yeah.
Where your focus is more on clean ingredients and protein, which it should be.
I'm trying to, I've been running more work, finally getting back in the workout now that I'm off this crazy ass work schedule I was on. And I've been trying to like really only have like my carbs like right before I go run or something or work out. You know what I mean? Like trying not to eat breaded things throughout the day anymore. Not that I eat a ton of it. Like I'm just trying to be more like make a point of when I'm watching what I'm eating when I'm eating it. We've had this conversation. I struggle to get like the protein in, like the amount of you get ton.
Protein's hard. Yeah. It's so hard.
I saw somebody put it on Twitter like yesterday, like how do you get like a ton of protein for breakfast? And I was like, the only way I can get like a munch, because like it is tough to just eat a bunch of eggs and egg whites.
Well, that's not high. Egg whites, but eggs aren't going to give you a bunch of protein.
Yeah, I really only do egg whites, but like I'll go buy like some flank steak, some steak that has like no fat on it, right? Or I started making like chicken, like basically like a Chick-fil-A breakfast bowl, but like a healthier version of it at home. Mm-hmm. And then there's like grilled chicken and egg whites in it. Like I've had to start adding meat because like I don't know how to get all this protein. Like I'm supposed to get what 100 whatever, isn't it like whatever weight you're trying to get to basically?
In the food pyramid, they want you to double your protein now too. Yeah. Double your normal intake of protein.
It depends what your normal intake of protein was, but like it rarely happens, but I aim for 1 gram of protein per pound, which is what
you're trying to get to. Like if I'm trying to get to 200 pounds, you're going to be
right, which is kind of high technically, but that's what like most like really physically fit people do. I aim for it just because I'm trying to like be healthier, but that I don't get there.
I feel like I'm trying to get it in, and I look at the end of the day, I'm like, dude, I'm not even.
It's hard.
If I'm trying to get to 200, I'm at like 150. I'm like, fuck.
That's good though.
Or like 130, 150. I'm like, son of a bitch. Like how? Like
what
else?
Expensive to get the protein, man.
Well, that's what I'm trying to like make it. I'm trying to make it a point of, because like you start to feel full too, and I don't want to just feel full.
That's another thing. So because you're eating such if you're eating clean protein, you get really full, and then your calories stay lower. Yeah, and then you're just naturally going to develop more muscle and look leaner. Like,
well, and then I'm using my fitness pound stuff, and it's like, brother, you're not eating you know what I mean? I'm like, but I ate like 4 meals and it's been I'm full, but like I'm trying to make it a point like to get in the protein shake or something, just like something that's not really gonna fill. I know that fills some people up, but for like protein shakes, smoothies, they don't really fill me up much. But like it's tough, man.
It's hard. It's really hard. I mean, I'm far from perfect. And I obviously, one thing, actually, I'll call this out too. That's funny about the things they released. They removed the restrictions on like recommended amount of alcohol intake, I believe. Like it used to just be like one shot a day, like 5 ounces or whatever it was of alcoholic beverage. And they just did away with it. They're just like, we're not going to tell you what alcohol to drink. You probably need to drink alcohol these days to survive. Not true. You don't.
Might be cheaper to buy alcohol.
It might be. But yeah, so I mean, I'm far from perfect, but the protein thing is hard. I prioritize when I am really doing well. I prioritize protein at all meals. Breakfast, I'll normally do chicken breakfast sausage, pretty high in protein, low in calories.
Yeah.
I normally aim for I think it's like 10 calories per gram of protein.
Yeah.
So if it's like 100 calories, like 10 grams of protein, that's normally a good balance.
Yeah.
Now, that's hard to get all the time. That's why I say like eggs just aren't.
Yeah.
People say eggs are a great source of protein. They're not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could go down this rabbit hole forever.
You don't want to drink 4 cracked eggs in a glass.
No, and not that eggs aren't healthy. Eggs are great. I love eggs, but like
at the top of the pyramid now.
Yeah, if you're trying to balance out and get a high protein.
I remember there was a while back I had done, this was years and years ago, and I stuck to it. Like there was like a Instagram guy, and he would make a plan for you, whatever, and I did it, and he sent the meal plan and everything.
Yeah,
and it was basically like non-workout days were egg whites, and workout days were eggs, because like the egg whites are so much. Not healthier, but you know what I mean? Like
they're lower calorie, higher protein.
Yeah. So it's like, so it was reversed then. Yeah. Like non-workout days were egg whites so that you're not jacking up your calories. And that's kind of what I do now. Or I'll do egg whites and put like 1 egg in it just to add a little bit of something to it.
Yeah.
To switch it up. Because it gets tough, man, to just eat the same thing every day.
It does. I think another thing that's really important to point out is I'm sitting here talking about like perfection, right? Like I'm saying like eggs aren't a great source of protein. Grandma out there who's 50 that's trying to get her protein in, eat your eggs.
Yeah.
Eat eggs. Because if you're not eating eggs, you're eating something else that has way less protein. Like eggs are fine for some people.
I read something yesterday, actually. I was sitting at work that they're coming out with, I think they're calling it clear protein. It's essentially, you know how they do like the flavored water? Mm-hmm. That something else, something new that like just cleared or whatever. The first batch of it is about to come out. I forget what brand it is. It's a real popular brand. And they're going to either have flavors or it's supposed to be like a replacement for protein shakes where you can just dump the packet in a water bottle and it'll be like a protein.
I haven't seen the individual servings of that, but I've seen like tubs of that before where it's clear protein.
So apparently they're coming out with I guess it's going to be the individual packets and they'll have I guess I'm assuming like a non-flavor.
Yeah.
And then, your standard flavors. It's supposed to be a better way for you to, not a better way, but a different way for you to get protein in or easier way. Yeah. Which if it doesn't taste like anything and I could just drink the water, and I'm not, there's not a bunch of extra stuff with it. They say it's pretty comparable to just standard whey protein. So
cool.
That'll be cool.
Check it out. Yeah. I don't know.
You had other food stuff.
Food stuff. So something else I wanted to talk about. Hopefully this lands with people. I love food. It might not, but I'm going to talk about it anyway.
Food, right? Like if there's one thing everybody loves,
it's got to be food.
Got to be food.
We went to Forbidden Pizza.
Fuck me, right?
Sorry. We work a block from each other now.
I know. I'm just I was at work, so I didn't take any offense to it. But there's definitely a text message in our thread that says, if y'all go to lunch, you could at least shoot me a text. It don't you give me a couple hour heads up, I can be there.
Yeah.
Next time. I'll be planning more.
We'll do more.
I'll be fair. Probably would have said no because I don't feel like driving over there. It'd be different if y'all were getting off and we could just go hang out afterwards. But like, what else am I doing?
It was definitely like when I say we were in no rush, but we probably sprinted to this place. I'm walking next to him. I'm like, why the fuck are we walking so fast? I'm thinking in my head the whole time.
You have like two guys above 6 foot. Those strides are pretty long there, buddy.
But it was phenomenal. It was really good. But I mean, it is just pizza. I was telling him and I told my wife because she asked, how is it? I was like, it's pizza.
Yeah.
Like, pizza is not bad unless you really mess something up.
We've had that conversation before too. Foods that are top 5 foods that are good no matter what.
Yeah. But no, so that was good. And then the other thing I was going to bring up is his birthday just passed. My birthday's coming up. I was curious, just at this point in your life, maybe your favorite restaurant or like a place you think of when you're like, I'm going to dinner and I really want to have a good dinner. Is there a spot that jumps out to you?
You're going to have to go because
I don't know. My palate is different. Like not to be biased, but we have a steakhouse that's attached to the hotel and usually get a pretty good discount. So I can get a 22 ounce ribeye for like next to nothing. Sweet. And I love a good steak, some asparagus, some mashed taters.
Keep it simple.
A little bourbon. Yeah. I'm a simple man. it's always nice to have a home cooked meal, but I'm just like, just give me some steak. I've been big on steak and ribeyes. That's just like such a man answer. But
so
is
that your favorite steakhouse, or is it just like easier to go there? It's good. I've heard it's Chop House, by the way, is the name of it. I know we haven't mentioned it.
I've tried. I mean, I've tried Desi Vegas. I've tried. What's the not Houston's? I've tried. I think it's called John's.
That was gonna be my.
It's called John's.
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones. It's towards further down. I've tried Ruth Chris. I've tried them all, and they just do it right.
Yeah,
it's just something about it. They tell you like whatever you want cooked. Like if you typically get medium, they say get medium rare. So you get medium rare. It's always because they have to cook it a little bit. But it's it's tough to beat for me.
Yeah. Is it because I talked to a guy at Ruth Chris once, and Ruth Chris is not my favorite steakhouse, but he gave me a great tip, and it was the same as that. He said order to step down because the plate's hot when it comes out, and essentially it cooks a little more on the plate and gets to the temperature that you want.
Get that butter on there.
Yeah.
Gotta let it rest.
I'm trying to think of my favorite steakhouse. I don't know if I have a favorite. I've been to a lot too. I've been to Charlie's, which is a big cult following, although it's changed owners. They say it's still good. I haven't been to Chop House.
I haven't been to a real steakhouse in a while. We went to Young's a couple of years ago. That's probably the last time I've been to like a real steakhouse.
Keith Young's?
Yeah,
over here?
Young's is good too.
I've never been there. I've been into the Desi Vega in Mandeville, Covington. That's really good.
Is it? The one
really
the one by well, it's Opry too, right?
It used to be Opry.
It's not
I think
Opry.
they closed Opry.
I was always curious if it was the same as the one on what's the
in New Orleans
on Fulton Street?
Yeah,
we used to go there all the time. But we'd go to Harris and then go hit Opry.
I think it's just it was owned by the same people, but I think it's just a private room now for Desi Vegas.
I never went there because there's no way there's no way it could be the same vibes as the one on Fulton Street. So I'm like,
from what I heard back in the day when I had buddies that were like, trying to go out and stuff, I heard that place got pretty wild on the weekends.
There's not a ton of places. I guess so, because there's not a ton of places to go out here. So,
well, if you think about it too, it's a steakhouse. So you got your old, your older women who are either newly divorced or not and just not happy.
I feel like that's what Whiskey Tavern's probably like.
Probably.
We ran into that last week.
Oh, Lord.
What a time to be alive. No, nowadays, I don't even know if I have a favorite restaurant anymore. But like you said, Houston's, like through like probably college, that was I loved going to Houston's. And then they just kept closing all of them. I think they might still be the one on St. Charles.
Yeah, I think that was still open.
But but now it's like, I don't feel like driving over there. So it kind of just, I think I'm focused more on like, where can I go? First off, it's like, all right, it's my birthday. What kind of vibe am I looking for this time?
Yeah.
And then it's like, I'm kind of more into the drinks now, I think. Like, am I trying to get some cocktails this time? Am I trying to get like a good beer selection? And then it's like, what are we doing afterwards? So like when we went, was it last year to Maribel or the year before, whatever it was, when we all went?
Oh yeah.
For my birthday, I was like, I don't really know if I want pizza, but like I want to do something afterwards, and this is the best place to probably go. Good food, good drinks. Why not?
It's fine.
Yeah, I've actually been craving it lately. I don't know why.
It's casual enough. The food is good. Cocktails are great.
Yeah, that's the thing. See, that's the thing too. I'm really not trying to get super dressed up.
Yeah,
to go. I just want to be able to be casual.
Have an experience more so than anything.
Yeah, I'm definitely more about the vibe. Like if I had a group of friends coming, we could go sit at fucking Chili's. I don't give a shit. Like I'll get drunk on beer at Chili's for all I care if I got a good group of people with me.
Listen, I had the time of my life once at an Applebee's bar.
I'm telling you, man.
Like
you've mentioned it before. Like in the past, I'll go sit at the bar at Chimes and I'll just have a good time. Like I don't need anything special for whatever. Like we could order food for the house and then go somewhere afterwards. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
Unless I'm really feeling like something, but it's rare.
I was just curious. I don't know. I was curious because I'm trying to think of where I want to go for my birthday this weekend. I was hoping something would spark something. Steak's always good. I think we're thinking of going to GW Finn's, which is a phenomenal spot. I think my favorite spot though, as I mentioned, big foodie. I have not found a place over here that's just like, oh my God, it's so good. Stuff over here is good.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of good eating, but it's not like
Yeah.
Nothing like
Gotta
blows
go
me
back.
away.
That's the other thing too. It's like we don't have a ton of places. Like that's why I know we laugh at it a lot, but like that's why we always go to Chimes. Because I'm like,
Yeah, it's easier.
It's
And
got-
it's
and the
not
sol-
as expensive
no.
as some of these other places over here.
and they give you a lot of food. The selection is huge. So it's like if you don't know what you're in the mood for, just go there. You know it's gonna be good.
There's if I'm thinking of places, Mandeville, Covington. If there's Mandeville, Covington people listening, or you don't know where to go, you're crazy because this place is small. But I like Odelia during the day for like a lunch.
Mhm.
Really good, like elevated, great cocktails. Food's really good. Club sandwich is good. I like Desi Vegas, like I said, 113 just opened, pretty good. I don't know. There's the restaurant at the Southern that I'm not huge on.
Yeah.
There's Valencia that I want to go to. I've never been. I hear it's really good. And then there's Greyhound I've been to. It's okay. Lalu, I think is the name. Is Lalu's the breakfast place?
That's the breakfast.
Not the
spot.
breakfast.
That's a good
What's the other
spot.
one? There's one that's similar name. It's got like the streetcar. It's right across from Haven.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know
That's
the name of it, though.
supposedly pretty good. I've been there once, but their menu changes a lot, and
Mhm.
the menu wasn't high on it, so I don't know.
Mm.
But favorite restaurant at this given moment, I'll shout them out. Asteria Lupo. It's been around for a while. They just don't miss. Every time I go, it's a place on Magazine. It is like an Italian fusion, I think, is what they consider it. But they have a menu. It's like a feed me menu style thing, like a lot of Italian restaurants do. But it's basically like everybody at the table has to get it. It's like, I think when I went, it was like $60 a person or $65 a person. But it comes like a 6-course meal or something ridiculous. I don't know how many courses it is, but it's a lot. It's like 2 appetizers, a flatbread, a protein, some sides. Like it's all kinds of food. Like every time we go, we leave with like bags of leftovers, and it's
6-course Italian meal, like some
Dude.
meal.
it's not even really it's Italian, but it's
Yeah.
not like Italian like you would think. Like they have like
It's not spaghetti, meatballs, lasagna.
no, I mean they do have that kind of stuff, but it's like crab meat, this and
Oh,
like
yeah.
lobster, whatever, and it's all kinds of like random. It's almost like a New Orleans fusion
Yeah.
Italian. It's phenomenal. I just can't pass it up.
Nice.
After we did eat, it's not a hot take that I would stand behind fully. And I'll preface it by saying, love my wife to death. We've been together for 12 years. But I feel like bro dates, not just because like we had it, but like I think back to like anytime you go out to eat with your buddies for lunch or for dinner and you have drinks, I think they're the best dates, quote unquote. Like it's just like after a while, when you're together with your significant other for a while, you're with each other all the time. It's hard to find new stuff to talk about when you go out to eat, especially then you add kiddos in there. And then half the time you're not really focused on conversation. You're just trying to keep them still. But like when you go out with your buddies and you're just having drinks and you're just eating, you're just like shooting the shit. There's nothing, no care in the world. It's like just such a whatever time. And I feel like it's underrated. I feel like it's top tier.
I'll say what you're saying, but not saying. You need to have a break from your significant other. Like you just like every now and then you just need the break, even if it's for an hour, just to go like, hey, I'm going to do this. We're going to have lunch, whatever. Like that's the break. Everybody needs it. And like same from like I've been trying to push my wife to go on like a girl. Like, she always talks about doing a girls trip or whatever. I'm like, go.
Yeah.
Like just do it. I don't. Because I know I want to do it and I'll do it. So, like I'm gonna go on a guy's trip if I want, and I want you to go too. Like you need it. You need to get away, and we don't always need to be together. We don't need to go do everything together,
Yeah.
right? But I'm with you.
I'll take it a step further, and maybe I'll word it different. That might be more digestible for some people. It's not even necessarily like you need a break from your spouse. I think that it's, as a couple, you both need to live your own lives too. Like, yes, you're a couple and you're together in life, and like you're a team. Like you got to have your own life. Like you can't always be together. Like, and it's not a bad thing. Like when you first said it, I was like, I don't know if I need a break. I don't need a break. But then in my head, I was like, I get a ton of breaks.
Yeah.
I take breaks all the time. I go do this. I go do that. I don't know if she does it a lot. I push her to.
Yeah.
And it's never like a thing. It's not like an issue. But yeah, I think it's very important for spouses to have kind of their own thing.
And it kind of comes full circle too, because like you say, you run out of things to talk about. Like we go get drinks after this all the time, and there's always something that happens,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have something to tell your wife the next day. Like we could all be like, this happened last night.
Yeah.
And it gives you something new to talk about.
Oh man, we had a nice conversation the other day.
Yeah. Like that's the cool part. Like you spend a little time apart, then it gives you something to talk about. And it's not just like, oh, how was work today? Oh, it sucked again? Cool. Great. Love that for you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Sable.
Yeah, like, oh, I did absolutely nothing again today. Like, this is...
It's crazy what the kid did yesterday, huh?
Yeah, like, you...
I mean, it's always... We're not saying, like... Or at least I'm not saying it's not nice to still have those time where you have your dates with your significant other and enjoy each other and have conversation. But it, again, goes back to the initial just having just an hour or 30 minutes where you're just shooting the shit. You're not worrying about kids. You're just not worrying about anybody else, but just like... That's
part of it, to be honest. The kids thing, you said it twice now. I think that it's everything has its lane, right? Like it's important to have your family time where you do go do things. You go to dinner with the kids. It's important to have your boy time with you and your friends. It's also important for them to have their girl time, but it's also important for you to have your one-on-one date night time. Yeah. And I think a lot of couples get in this routine where that gets pushed back because it's like, oh, we don't have a sitter. I don't want to try and get a sitter. It's so much work to do this or do that. I really don't want to bring the kids. So then you just don't do it.
Yeah.
And then it gets to situations where it's like, well, we're just roommates. Like, I don't fit this.
Yeah. And then it also...
Like, she didn't unload the dishwasher. Hater.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, she didn't put her loofah on the loofah like the little hook that's
then like the little things the kids start doing. You're somewhat annoyed, and then the kids do like the smallest thing, and it pisses you off, and it's like it just all builds up. But the other thing, like a reason I think a lot of people also do it is like, I guess some people feel like if you do that, like you should all like people always are in the mindset. And this is the right mindset. Like your kids are number one, right?
Yeah.
Like your kids are going to come before everything.
No.
And it's like, I mean, I put my kids' happiness before anything, right? You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. But it's like, and I think people start to feel where if they are like, we're going to do this instead of doing this with the like if me and you are going to go out and have a night and not bring the kids this time, then maybe they get the idea like, oh, well, now we're putting them behind, like, second, when it's like, no, this just this one time. Mm-hmm. Like we need to have, like, you got to have, like you said, you got to have the time where that comes first too.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the foundation.
It is.
Right?
That's why at first I said yes. And then I was like, actually, no, I didn't say actually no, but I was just like, no.
Yeah.
Because I think I kind of always flip it on its head. I think my wife and I come first before everything.
Yeah.
Before I'll take this a step further, not just your kids, but like in-laws, right? Like in-laws will be like, hey, this and this. And I'll be like, we are a family now. They are like, yes, they are family, but they are extended family. This is me and you, and we have to make all this work. And if we don't make it work, there's gonna be a lot of bad stuff that happens.
Right.
So we got to figure this out. And if that is just us being together without the kids, finding a sitter, going to dinner, getting our one-on-one time, getting our time to connect and make sure that we are good together, that's what we need right now.
Yeah, and that's a big thing that's helped me and my wife over the last couple of years. Not like we were having any issues, but we just essentially learned to date again. Yeah. And so we've found sitters and we've just been able to go out with ourselves. And then it's nice to order a meal and not have to immediately start cutting it up into tiny pieces to feed to your tiny human or to worry about your drink getting snatched off the table. It's just, you can sit there, it's peaceful, it's relaxing, and you can just enjoy those times because the dynamic is totally different in all three situations with your buddies, with just you and your wife. And then when you go out as a family, it's three totally different experiences. And even it's fun if you go out with your wife and like, if we all hang out with everybody's significant others, like even that's a fun time and you can enjoy it, but it's like the kids throw a whole nother dynamic that it's just, I don't know. I don't want to say it's an inconvenience because I felt like that when my kids are in that age now, being 4 and 1. It's, you don't want to say you can't enjoy certain things, but as soon as you go somewhere, you feel like you're constantly having to watch what they're doing and you can't really enjoy what's going on. And it's not that it sucks. I mean, that is what it is. That's your life, and it's going to get to the point where you don't really have to worry about that. But
it's just different. Do you think? I think like what you just said is kind of the reason why some people argue like they don't want to have kids because they don't want to have to deal. I mean, there's a lot of reasons, but like that's one.
They don't want to lose their not freedom, but
you do to an extent, right? Like you can't just up and decide, hey, I'm going to fly to New York tomorrow. You got to figure out, your family life. I don't think it's a bad thing. It is, like you said, it's just different. Like there's different expectations too. You got to manage your expectations. Like you're not going to go to a fancy restaurant and throw back 4 cocktails and spill into an Uber with your wife and then, go out to a bar and like there's just other things you're going to do.
Yeah.
Maybe you sit on a patio and drink margaritas while your kids play with toys over here, right? Like it is what it is. It's just a little different.
And some people like that. Like my brother, for example, he's been married now for quite a while, and one of their goals that they have before they start trying to have kids, they want to try to visit all 50 states. That's just something that they have. They're like, look, we're going to try to do it while we can. And then they may or may not accomplish it. But then once they're done, they can start trying to do whatever. But it's just life. It's not a bad thing, so to speak, or a good thing. People are free to do whatever, but you just have to learn to adapt and figure out the situations and kind of handle it as it goes.
Yeah.
I saw something on Twitter a while back kind of related to this. You know how it is. Sometimes there's always something and somebody will just make like the hottest take they can possibly take, make out of it.
Twitter?
And they were like, somebody mentioned something about buying their first house or either buying their first house with just their significant other, not like a wife or anything, just somebody they were dating.
Bold.
And or they were getting an apartment is what it was. They weren't buying the house, but they were basically the point was they were about to live together for the first time. And the quote tweet said something along the lines of living together before marriage is insane. And I looked at that and I said, that's an insane take.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, and I'm wondering if I'm in the minority here, but to me, I like the idea of how can you possibly like know you want to marry somebody if you don't live with them and learn the quirks and like, what if they just washed their clothes really, really strangely? You know what I mean? Like, or what if they don't wash their clothes and you just don't know that? Because, but like, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, there could be something that's so crazy that they do that you just don't know about because you don't live with them, and then you don't find out until you're married, and then it's a whole thing. Like, am I crazy?
No, I don't think so.
No, I mean, the same thing when me and my wife started dating, we lived together and kind of got the ins and outs. And that's, for some people, like for us, sometimes it could be make or break. That's one of the most stressful situations, is moving into a house and deciding, hey, I want to put this here. I want to put this here. Well, do we really need this? Do we really need that? Well, I'm thinking we should add this. Well, I don't think we really, so it's, I mean, when we moved into our first house, it was like, we wanted to rip each other's throats off because it was just so stressful about how you want to put your house and what you want to add and not have. And it's just, until you kind of work through those things and learn that, I mean, you learn a lot about the person that you're with, and especially if you want to spend the rest of your life with them, it could be make or break depending on what it is.
It's as simple as, can you be around each other that much? Like you have to know.
Yeah.
Whether you can, like, obviously people work different types of jobs or whatever, but most people are coming home from work every night and spending every night together. And you need to be able to know if you can do that.
Yeah, I agree. It's funny that you mentioned like moving into a house together and like know it. So I've lived with other women before my wife. I've had girlfriends before my wife. That actually came up at dinner tonight. My daughter was like, "You had a bunch of people you almost married before mom," and I was like, "Dang,
a bunch." Hold on.
She was like, "There was like 3 or 4." I was like, "I did not almost marry 3 or 4 women." Okay. Anyways, but I had lived with other girls, and I remember multiple times with both of them, I would look around the house and I'd be like, I hate the way this house is decorated. There's too much shit. Don't like it. And when my now wife moved in with me, it was obviously my house at the time. We would decorate things and like, she'd be like, I want to make this like more my own. You lived here with another girl before. Like, can we like change things? I'm like, yeah, sure. What do you want to do? And she was a minimalist and I fucking loved it. And I was like, it just fit everything. Her like way of designing things and way of decorating. I was like, this is perfect. And then when we bought this house together and moved in, like, I love it. Like, I never look around and I'm just like, we have too much. Well, now I do because we have kids. But as far as like decorating, we have too much shit. Like the other people I dated, they were like figurines, and it was like I was dating a 70-year-old woman.
They got to fill the space.
Yeah, I don't want this stuff.
I guess I've never cared that much about that. Like, I've had my few things that I'm like, I want this on the wall somewhere, and it's going somewhere, and it's not just gonna be ducked off where nobody can see it. Like, it's going somewhere. I learned that I always hang things way too high because I do it at eye level, right?
Yeah.
And like her mom would come over and her mom would be like, "This is too high." I'm like, "Not to me, it's not." But like I learned that. I'm like, "Oh, that's good to know that I'm just hanging things way too high for everybody."
I want to give a big shout out to the women in my life, my aunts, my Aunt Angie specifically. When I moved into my first house by myself, she helped me like pick out. So we went thrifting. I became a thrifter. I know how to thrift if I need to. If I ever need to like furnish a house for cheap, I could do it. But we move in and she bought me some blinds and stuff. She comes over and she's helping me like decorate and I go to hang something. And as soon as I hang it, she's like, absolutely not. And I'm like, what? She's like, and I'm like 23. She's like, that's way too high. And she explained it to me. And she's like, you're tall. You're going to hang everything way too high. She's like, think about it. And then she like showed me her house and I'm like, oh yeah. So like from that day on, anytime I hang something, I'm like, I go down with my hand. I'm like, okay. And I like back up.
See, I'm like, and I'm a perfectionist. Like it's going to be level. Like I'm OCD about it. And like even my grandma would wait to hang things until I would come over to her house because she knows I'm going to get it level.
Yeah.
But I always had the issue of it's just too high because I didn't know any better.
This is too high.
Yeah.
You can't even see it on camera.
Yeah.
But in my head, when I hung it, I was like, well, his head's going to be here. It needs to be high enough to be seen. You can't even see it on a damn camera.
Yeah.
And now I'm frustrated.
To be fair, we had no idea how this camera situation was going to play out. And maybe one day we get a wider lens or whatever and you can see it. And it is what it is.
We'll talk about this after actually.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah. So that's just a life of a tall person right there. I'm glad you also relate to that. It is not just me. Yeah. It is something I've had to learn. And I might need to learn this technique you have because I still do it and I'll notice I'm doing it and I do lower it. But if maybe there's a secret,
there's not really a secret. You just got to back up and look at it. Like, look how low that is.
Yeah.
It's pretty low.
My thing now is just, hey, does this look right? Like, is this where this is going to go?
I literally I think I've just learned it at this point, but I literally just like put it on the wall and look at it. And I'm like, this needs to go down at least a foot, at least a foot.
That's funny. Yeah.
And that's how I do it.
I love that. It's the same that you have that issue though too.
I'm telling you. I think men everywhere do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. What else? We got anything else?
I don't think.
Did you end up watching the Stranger Things?
I did. I did watch Stranger Things.
What did you, we don't have to go into details about the finale. Did you like the finale? Or you like whatever?
I
before you say it, like if you're trying to avoid like spoilers because of me or something, don't worry. Like, I'm not gonna watch
you're
it.
in season 4?
No, I'm like 2 seasons behind. And I'm not.
So have you even got to like the mind goblins?
I'm not gonna watch. I got to season 2 whenever that came out, and I don't know when that was. However many years ago season 2 was. I'm not gonna.
You're just trying to set him up. Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Okay. There is no mind goblin.
I don't know. Sure.
Do you mind gobbling these nuts?
I was expecting you to be like, no, I hadn't got to the mind goblins yet. But it
good effort. I'm sorry I didn't make it work out for you.
I caught it.
It was like an actual question because it got me thinking. Like I was just, I guess first, what did you think? Like, were you satisfied with how it ended? Were you just kind of like,
yeah, I was. Now that I've watched everybody like really dissect it because like some people weren't
theories
happy.
About if
I love some of the theories more than how I liked. I like that they left it so open-ended for people to just make up what they want to believe.
Yeah.
They left it open to interpretation. And I think that is a great way to end a show.
Yeah.
Because if you give it a final, like a real definite ending, some people might like it, but some people are really going to hate it.
And that's, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I love that you said that. Say what you're gonna say, and then I'll say what.
Well, it just made me think about like the last time I watched a show where I watched the series finale and I was like, that's good. But it reminded me of Sopranos. Sopranos is very open and you're like, spoiler alert. You're like, did he die? Did he not die? Mm-hmm. And there's some that's there's been some that's been unsatisfactory, but like I watched Succession last year. I thought that ended pretty open ended and it ended well. Breaking Bad was pretty like cut and dry. Like, hey, this is how it ended. There was a few shows that I felt like I did it right, but I feel like as of recently, it's been a lot of stuff from like,
yeah. And without giving too much away, I'll take it a step further too. When I first saw the ending, I was like, I like that they left it open to interpretation, and then at the end they kind of explain it, and they're like, it could be this, it could be this. Yeah. But now watching people dissect it, now it's so I feel like the Duffer brothers, whatever. I feel like they put in small things as well to make people question other things, and now there's like a third or fourth possibility that isn't even talked about in the show, and it's like, well, shit. is that what happened? There's just so much like up in the air to where it's like, I think it's cool. Some people are like, no, we need more episodes. I'm like, nah, I'm cool with it.
I took a personality test today. And it was like 90 fucking questions. And it was actually pretty interesting. I don't know what made me do it. I stumbled on like a YouTube video and the guy mentioned it, and I was like, I want to do this and see what it says. But it was like 90 questions, and it just had a statement, and every one of them was like, strongly agree, strongly disagree, whatever.
Right.
And one of them was, you prefer shows to leave an open-ended, like leave it open to interpretation, or you want like a finality to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know. I couldn't decide. I went neutral because I have no idea. I don't know what I want. So it's interesting that you say that, because it made me I don't know. I guess it depends on the show. Like when Game of Thrones was ended, I needed to know how this ended.
I think that's fair. I think it does depend on the show. I think some shows need an answer to something.
Yeah. Like I appreciate the open ending just as much as like a firm ending. Like if you hadn't watched Succession, great show, but it ends with like, spoiler alert, it ends with them like selling, and then all the kids like getting the money, and then one guy taking over as CEO. And so it's kind of like they work so hard to try to take over a CEO, and then at the very end they're like, they just sold and they got the money, and then they just live their own life. So it's open, so it's kind of satisfying, because you're just like, hey, look, they didn't work out, they got their money, they're gonna do whatever they do later in life. And then there's some where you're just like, yeah, I'm cool with how that ended.
I think part of the reason I prefer it to have like a final ending is because if it's a show that I really love and it leaves it open to interpretation, I feel like I always want the spinoff. Because I'm like,
yeah.
What was the show? It was How You Met Your Mother, didn't it end?
They all of them kind of end with How I Met Your. No, you find out like who's who and
who was the mother.
It's one of them shows, like all those shows like back in the day always seemed to go like one season too long. You know what I mean? And it kind of did. And then like same with
The Office got close.
Same with The Office. They went like a season too long. I really like New Girl, same thing. But it's like all those hit shows, they always go one too long. But I just found myself like Ted Lasso, when they didn't know they were going to be doing before they announced the next season.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
he just goes back to the house, and you're like,
I'm like, it's a good ending, but
I wasn't happy with the Ted Lasso ending.
Yeah, but I'm like, I want more. Like now there's more. There could be more to this, and I don't like that. I don't like that feeling.
That's the tough part too. It's like, to me, I can't really feel satisfied with like a hard ending. Pause. If there's not like death involved, I feel like you can't. If it's not a death involved, it has to be open ended. Like Sopranos, you're like, did he die? Did he not die? Breaking Bad, it's like, all right, he's dead. It's over. Story closed. It's like if there's not some kind of death, I feel like you can't.
What about Stranger
really.
Things? How did that end? Can you tell me? I'm just playing.
But
maybe
the other side of it, I guess,
that we respect that first of all. Sorry.
Yeah.
The other side of it, I guess, is you get like you could get Game of Thrones where there's an ending and they're telling you this is how it ends. This is what happens. And like it didn't bother me, but there's a ton of people that hate the ending. So then you get this finality and you're like, man, I got to live with the fact that I hated how this ended.
Yeah.
Like forever. We're going to get all these spinoffs, but it's never going to be an extended version of this.
Yeah.
So it's like, would you rather the interpretation where you can just say, you know what, it ended how I wanted it to end. Like, I believe this happened, or this is how it ended. And I hate this. And now it kind of ruined it. Like that ruined the show for like Game of Thrones for a lot of people.
It did. I stopped watching it because people hated it so much. I didn't even, because I got into Game of Thrones very late, and the last season was coming out, and I think I got to season 4, and then the finale happened when I was still watching season 4, and nothing had been spoiled, and I still don't know how it ends. I've seen some stuff, but I don't know. Anyways, I saw people really upset about it, and then like just the constant like the last season sucked, and I'm like, okay, well, why the fuck am I watching this? And I just stopped watching it.
I'll be honest, I like it. I'm not somebody. I've always said I thought it was rushed. Like they only did 6 episodes, I think, for like the last 2 seasons. Now, granted, some of them were
like hour and a half,
whatever. But it did feel like they moved through it. Like Game of Thrones was notorious for like it's taken them 3 episodes to get from here to there.
Yeah,
right. This one was like, we're moving quick. You could tell they were rushing through it to try to get to their end of the story. I didn't necessarily have a problem with the ending. I just didn't like how they got there.
How they told it, basically.
Yeah, people were always like, this doesn't make sense. I'm like, it absolutely makes sense. I don't know what you've been watching for 10 years, but but I think the problem was they didn't get the ending they wanted. And then of course that makes it suck, which is fair.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm wondering. Like, I don't know. I don't think I could, when I'm reading that question, I don't think I could give a straight up, I prefer this.
Yeah, that's fair.
But also, if you want to learn something interesting about yourself, go take one of these personality tests.
I've taken a few of them. They're pretty cool. They're all different. Like, they all have their own like really cool things you learn about yourself. But then also I feel like, should I just take them all with a grain of salt?
Yeah. I wanted to send the results to somebody else and be like, does this feel like it describes me? Because like I'm reading it. I'm like, because you know how it's kind of the same with like
horoscopes.
Yeah. Like you'll read it and you'll be like, this does fit me.
Yeah.
But like that's me viewing it. And I want to be like, hey, do you think this fits me? Because I feel like it does. But I view me as me. What do you view me as?
I think there's certain personality traits that like you can assign to everybody, right? And like they're probably going to say, yes, it is. But I don't know. I think there's some that are really cool. There was one I took one time. It was like a bird test.
A bird test?
Like you're an owl.
Like what's your
you're
bird?
An eagle, you're a falcon.
You wanted to, it told you had to soar. It told you spread your wings and fly.
I think I was an eagle. But essentially what it was is it was based on, or you're a peacock. That was one of them. And peacocks, so this was like a sales thing is what I did. Peacocks essentially like to be heard. They want everybody to look at them is really their personality trait. Whereas eagles are more like,
look at me.
They like to lead, but they also are very like, they're not as like, look at me. They're more just like stoic. Like,
I like that.
I don't know.
It
was kind of cool.
I get it. I'm definitely not peacock.
I think I can be a peacock, but I think that I probably am a few things.
Yeah.
I think you could do the same shit. This is corny. You do the same thing with Harry Potter houses.
Yeah.
You can, if you've read Harry Potter books or know anything about the Harry Potter movie series, you can look at somebody and talk to them for 10 minutes and decide what house they need to be in. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I agree.
Just saying. I'm a Ravenclaw.
Okay.
I know it because I'm weird and analytical and I'm competitive.
One of the things this thing said, it was like one of my cons was difficulty giving up. Like you're working on something and having the difficulty of giving it to somebody else
delegating.
to do. Yeah, delegating. I couldn't think of the word. And I was like, yep, that is 100% me. And you might be a little bit the same way where it's like, because you want something done right. But like it's certain things, like I would have no problem giving something to him because I know he's going to do it right. But like, I don't want to give it to somebody else. I've been working on this forever. Don't fuck it up. Yeah. That was one of the things that I read. I was like, and instantly I was like, yeah, that's true. It told me I was an introvert. I knew that already.
Yeah.
I get like that at work. That's the big thing with my job, because it's like I should pass it to this person to get this off of me. But in my head, I'm like, I know if I pass it to them and they don't do it right, then I get the shit for it.
You got to do it.
So I'm like, I know if I do it, it's just going to be done right. And then it's just going to cause me more stress. But I'm like, at some point, I need to give it to this person to try to let them grow and to try to succeed more. So that's kind of that was my big goal for last year. And then going into this year, just continuing to try to get better at delegating.
Mine's just selfish. It's definitely selfish reasoning. Like most of it's like creative stuff. Like I've made this. If I get like, and it gets to the point where if somebody thinks that I did this and it doesn't look up to the standards that I have and they think I made it, I don't want to look bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not like, I need this. I want this to look a certain way. And if it looks off, and and it's funny because it's a lot of the times it'll be things like, and we've said it before, it'll be something that nobody's going to notice, but I noticed it. And if I noticed it, and if there's even one person that sees it and they're like, oh,
I think that's another thing too, right? And this just goes into more than just what you're talking about, with like making images and graphics and videos and stuff like that. I think that in every walk of life, people that are successful, their attention to detail is almost psychotic with the thing that they're good at, right? Like people that say, oh, it's good enough. I've told you this all the time. I'm like, absolutely not. Nothing is ever good enough. Yeah. And if you think it's good enough, you're probably failing at it. It might be good enough. Genuinely, it might be. But if you're not obsessed about it, you're probably not in the upper echelon of like people that are doing it.
Yeah. You said you read a book to know him, and you mentioned reading just now. I've just bought the Steve Jobs book yesterday. It's like the stories from like other people in his life that are about like how like attentive he was to things. And it's kind of like, it's like that, where they're basically just saying like, this dude just obsessed over things. And that's basically what it's trying to teach you is like, if you want to do this, this is how some of us, like he gave somebody a blank check, basically was like, figure it. One of the things is, it was like the Mac loading screen took like a minute or something. And he wanted it under 15 seconds or under 20 seconds, something like that. The numbers are wrong. And they were like, I can't do this. And he was like, if somebody's life depended on this, could you do it? And they were like, yeah, I could probably do it. And he gave him a blank check and was like, make it happen. And it came back to where it was like half the speed of what he actually wanted it to be. And I'm like, those are the kind of things that like, I'm interested. I need to read this.
I'm telling you, there's always a way. And if you obsess about it, which is probably unhealthy, if we're being honest,
it's absolutely unhealthy.
There's a reason people are successful and people look at them and they're like, how did I can't believe they did that. Like, it's because they're crazy.
Yeah.
Because I'm one of them and I can't, it's hard. Like, I guess I haven't, I don't have the money or the time. I have the brain.
That was another thing it told me. It was like, you have a ton of ideas that are like good ideas, but you struggle to bring them to life for whatever reason. And I'm like, yeah, because we've definitely had conversations like, I want to do this, but I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna do it. Yeah. But like you're saying, if I sat down and unhealthily focused on it, I guarantee you I could make it happen.
Yeah. The whole reason the no is a thing is because you and I obsessed over it.
Yeah.
I mean, love everybody else involved. We obsessed over it.
Yeah.
I mean, for a year, for the whole first year. And it's kind of tapered off, I'll be honest. But like,
we were going to build an app. We did build a somewhat functioning app, but like I mentioned it to you one time and you like, it only took like a week.
Yeah, we built it.
Yeah.
It exists.
Because I
had to pay $100 a year to make it real. And
who knows what else in his life became affected because he just focused on this app forever. But
telling you,
yeah, that's kind of like, we can wrap it up, but that's why like all this, it works. Cause it's like, we're all the same. Aaron's kind of just here for vibes, I think.
That's fine.
But you need that.
I'm the vibe guy.
You need that. Because if not, it's too serious all the time.
On the Nose website, I'm the director of vibes is what I labeled myself. I was not, behind the scenes, I was not a vibes guy. No. There were conversations where I was like, what are we doing? This is, I was such a dick sometimes.
Last thing, it said that sometimes I can react negatively to criticism. And I was like, I don't think so. But I immediately thought of the one time that like the first time you and I had a disagreement about anything, like you criticized something. And I was like, nah, we ain't doing that. And I think to this day, I think that's where the friendship blossomed because Patty was like, oh, he'll go right back at me.
I prefer that most of the time. Like if I know the boundaries, right? If I know I can push somebody to, especially if we're working together. I mean, I don't mean like in friendship and all that. I'm not going to push my friends in an unhealthy way. If we're working together and I know I can push somebody or they push back and they say, hey, I know don't do that. I'm not going to tell them how I just told them. Like maybe I give them criticism in a different way. And I think one time I was a dick and he pushed back on me. Like he talked trash. You about to play guitar?
No, I'm going to let Aaron.
Oh, we're going to let Aaron out.
Sorry. I should have waited.
But I think another time he did something and this was another very passive aggressive way. And I'm not proud of it. I think
Are you talking about me? Sorry, I was distracted about it.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. I messaged him back and I was like, are you proud of that? Do you like the way you did that? Because I was like trying to different, I was like, do you like it? Or because I didn't like it, but I didn't want to be like, hey, it fucking sucks.
Like, no. I think my answer was no.
Yeah, his answer was no. And I was like, okay, so how do we make it better?
Was it okay how I talked to you right there?
No, it wasn't that. It definitely wasn't that.
But we've also run into this scenario too, where somebody wants us to make something and I'm just like, I don't like this. I refuse to do it.
That's fair.
And that's why I probably could never make money from it because if you tell me you want something and I don't like it, I'm just not going to do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm just like, but that's where he comes in because he's like, I'll do it. I hate it, but I'll do it.
I've done that before.
I'm looking at him like, I'm probably, do you like the same thing? Are you proud of that?
I think I told you no. I was like, I don't like it, but they wanted it and I made it.
I was like, I hate this so much and I just can't bring myself to do it.
I was like, it's ugly, but this is what they wanted.
Oh, man. All right, Aaron.
Play us out.
Play us out. You told, I don't think I can, I bet my whole,
Jesus.
Jeez, that's my pawpaw's guitar.
Sorry. Hey. I'd bet like I'd bet like a paycheck you didn't practice the guitar in the last week.
Well, I don't have a guitar.
Hey, it was your New Year's resolution.
I did look up guitars on Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
So they had some for $50. That's pretty reasonable. I don't know enough about guitars to know if it was a good guitar, but I figure
I feel like
you could tune a $50, probably worth more than $50 guitar, but you tune it, you can learn.
I feel like you can start to understand the concept of playing the guitar on a $50 guitar. And then once you understand the concepts of it, you can take your step up. And that's how you actually
The other
start.
problem is where the hell am I going to put a guitar where my kids aren't going to get to it.
I got 2 of them. My kids don't touch them. You just,
Or maybe your son
Yeah,
stumbles
but
in
you have a spare bedroom that you could just stick a guitar in. I don't have a spare
But also,
bedroom.
you only pay $50 for it. Your son stumbles into a guitar. Maybe he just grows up with a guitar in his hand all the time. He becomes a musician, and it's cool.
I'll be the guitar dad.
And then he retires you. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll be the guitar dad.
I don't know what you think most musicians make, but it's not a lot.
never know, man.
I'll
It
start,
could be.
Yeah,
It's-
you never know.
I'll start. There's like the website where you can pay somebody to like edit your videos or do. It's not Cameo, but it's something.
Brewbros.com.
Yeah, it is very something similar to Cameo.
exactly what it is.
Start guitaring horrible intros for everybody.
There's a lane for that. I promise you, there's a lane for that.
Well, there's the girl that blew up on TikTok for making like redesigning logos and it just being absolutely horrible. And then the company's changing it. I'm like, there's got to be something for like.
If it's fun, there's always
that's part of it to be the joke. Like, hey, Dr. Pepper, I have a new intro song for you, and it's like
if we want you to make a terrible intro song for our podcast, there's another one out there that also wants it.
yeah, that would be the running joke. Maybe that's where we find our niche. That makes sense.
All right, here we go. Play us out.
Well, speaking of stuff, we obsess over you for listening every week. So let's see if I can play you out here. Let me tune it real quick. All right, she's tuned. It was too fast. Let's go. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. Fuck it. Thank you for listening to the pod. This is a very similar song to last week to the pod. Tune in next week. We'll do it again. We'll be right back with you, my friends. Till next week, we hope you have a good time. Don't forget, I don't know, I lost it. Fuck it. Just subscribe. Kisses. Bye. I'll get better. I promise.